Their courage and sacrifice saved Britain in its darkest hour, humiliating Adolf Hitler's seemingly unstoppable Luftwaffe. So nothing, not even a pandemic, was going to stop the country honoring some of its greatest heroes. The Thanksgiving service on Battle of Britain Sunday has been held at Westminster Abbey every year since 1944. And yesterday the London landmark opened its doors again for the first time since lockdown, in a solemn but inspiring service 80 years since the pivotal battle raged in our skies. Normally the service attracts 2,200 people, but this year social distancing measures meant it had just 79 guests. Chairs were spaced 2 meters apart, protective screens separated the Abbey's north and south transepts, and all guests wore face coverings. Westminster Abbey had vowed the service would be reduced in stature, but not in spirit. 6 of the 7 longest surviving veterans of the battle died in the past year, and there was no sign of the only Battle of Britain hero still alive, Flying Officer John Hemingway, 101. But the event remained an emotional tribute to him, and the nearly 3,000 men of the RAF, nearly half of whom never came home, whose incredible bravery helped to secure our freedom. Outside, a crowd clapped and cheered as 3 Spitfires and a Hurricane roared overhead, circling central London, before swooping over the Abbey. Guests included PM Boris Johnson, Marshal of the Royal Air Force, Lord Stirrup, representing the Prince of Wales, and Labour leader Keir Starmer. Chaplain-in-Chief, the Venerable Air Vice Marshal John Ellis, drew comparisons between the decisive battle against the Nazis 80 years ago and today's NHS staff and key workers fighting against an invisible army. He added, although starkly different events, each of them has 2 things that are so important for our humanity: service and value. We have seen the selfless giving to a greater cause. Led by Dr. David Hoyle, the Dean of Westminster, the service included an act of remembrance during which a roll of honour bearing the names of 1,497 pilots and aircrew killed in the battle was borne through the church. There was also a procession of flags, music by the band of the Royal Air Force Regiment and singing by the church choir. Although September 15 is marked as Battle of Britain Day, with the memorial service held on the next Sunday, the conflict actually took place from July 10 to October 31, 1940. The RAF's hard-fought victory eventually forced Hitler to abandon his plans to invade Britain. Irishman John Hemingway said in July, "There is no doubt in my mind we should applaud all those who fought during those difficult months, not just the pilots." Close quote.